Hey, Lions fans! One pride. I'm Derek, and welcome to Lions Express Report. The Detroit Lions' incredible 2024 to 2025 season came to a crushing end in the divisional round of the playoffs, where they fell to the Washington Commanders in a 45-31 upset. As fans dissect what went wrong for a team once seen as a Super Bowl favorite, one name comes up repeatedly: Jared Goff. But is it fair to pin the Lions' postseason disappointment solely on their star quarterback? Let's break down the season, the circumstances surrounding the loss, and the future of the franchise, including a great addition strategic move. First, pay attention. I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you like what we do, could you take a moment to click on the like button? It's a great way to support us at no cost to you. Thanks a million. Jared Goff entered the 2024 season with sky-high expectations after inking a 4-year, $193 million extension during the offseason. Over his tenure with the Lions, Goff has led the team to significant success, compiling a 39-25 record with 2 playoff appearances and a franchise-best 15-2 record this season. His regular season stats speak volumes, including a career-high 37 touchdown passes against just 10 interceptions. Yet, in the divisional playoff game, Goff faltered. He threw 1 touchdown pass but was intercepted 3 times, contributing to the Lions' inability to keep pace with a high-scoring Commanders offense. While Goff's performance was disappointing, it's critical to recognize that quarterbacking wasn't the only problem. The Lions' struggles in the playoffs were compounded by injuries that devastated their roster. Key defensive players, including 5 starters, were sidelined, forcing Detroit to face a potent Washington offense without its strongest lineup. Defensive stars like Aiden Hutchinson were sorely missed, and the lack of depth showed as Jaden Daniels and the Commanders' offense dismantled Detroit's weakened defense. On offense, the team dealt with injuries to lineman and running back David Montgomery, whose absence significantly impacted the Lions' ability to control the game. These injuries collectively created an environment where even a healthy and effective Jared Goff might not have been enough to secure victory. The Lions entered the 2025 offseason with challenges and opportunities in equal measure. Head coach Dan Campbell faces the task of replacing both offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, who have departed for head coaching roles. Despite these setbacks, Detroit boasts one of the NFL's deepest rosters and a culture built on resilience and grit. Jared Goff remains a cornerstone of the offense, and his leadership during the franchise's rebuild cannot be understated. With elite weapons at his disposal and a healthy roster, the Lions have a real shot at contending for a Super Bowl in the near future. As Detroit plans for the 2025 NFL Draft, adding defensive reinforcements will be a top priority. While the Lions' defense improved from allowing 23.2 points per game in 2023 to just 20.1 in 2024, the unit is far from complete. A complementary pass rusher to pair with Aiden Hutchinson is essential to elevate the team's defensive front. Ohio State's Jack Sawyer is a name to watch. The 6'5", 260-pound edge rusher delivered an impressive senior campaign, recording 9 sacks and earning a stellar 90.6 overall grade from Pro Football Focus. While his athleticism may not be elite, Sawyer's high motor and strong technique could make him an excellent second-round target for Detroit. General manager Brad Holmes has some tough decisions to make regarding the roster. While Detroit enjoys $57 million in cap space, cutting veteran defensive lineman DJ Reader could free up additional funds. Signed to a 2-year, $22 million contract, Reader provided a solid presence up front, but may no longer fit into the team's long-term plans. Releasing Reader could create up to $11.6 million in cap space post-June 1, allowing the Lions to address other pressing needs, such as re-signing rising star Levi Onwuzurike or pursuing upgrades in free agency. One intriguing possibility is a blockbuster trade for Las Vegas Raiders edge rusher Max Crosby. Pairing Crosby with Aiden Hutchinson would instantly give Detroit one of the NFL's most feared pass-rushing duos. The Lions' rising star and cornerstone defensive player has sparked widespread intrigue among fans and analysts alike. Selected second overall in the 2022 NFL Draft, Aiden Hutchinson has quickly become the face of the Lions' defense. His incredible rookie season showcased his versatility and ability to disrupt opposing offenses, setting the foundation for a potentially Hall of Fame-worthy career. However, the 2024 season was a harsh reminder of the physical toll the NFL can take. Hutchinson suffered a devastating tibia and fibula fracture during a Week 6 matchup against the Dallas Cowboys, limiting him to just 5 games. Despite this setback, his dominance when healthy has solidified his role as a game-changing presence on the defensive line. Detroit's defense, while resilient, struggled without Hutchinson, exposing the need for another high-impact pass rusher to complement him. Enter Max Crosby, a player who could be the perfect addition to elevate the Lions' defense from good to elite. Max Crosby has been one of the most consistent and dominant pass rushers since entering the league in 2019. With 4 consecutive Pro Bowl appearances and 3 double-digit sack seasons, Crosby's ability to disrupt offenses is well documented. His relentless motor, high football IQ, and physicality would seamlessly fit into the Lions' gritty, hard-nosed culture. Adding Crosby to a defense already featuring Hutchinson would give Detroit arguably the best pass-rushing duo in the NFL. This pairing would force opposing quarterbacks to make quicker decisions, opening up opportunities for turnovers and game-changing plays. In a league increasingly defined by explosive offenses, the ability to pressure quarterbacks effectively cannot be overstated. Detroit under head coach Dan Campbell has cultivated a team identity based on toughness and resilience. Crosby's blue-collar work ethic and competitive nature align perfectly with the Lions' culture. His presence would not only boost the defense, but also serve as a leadership example for younger players. While the prospect of acquiring Crosby is tantalizing, there are significant hurdles to overcome. Crosby is currently on a massive $94 million contract with the Raiders, making him one of the highest-paid defensive players in the league. Although the Lions have sufficient cap space to absorb his salary, balancing future extensions, particularly for Hutchinson, becomes a pressing concern. Pairing Crosby with Hutchinson would undoubtedly elevate the Lions' defense to elite status, making them serious contenders in the NFC. However, Detroit must also consider the financial and strategic implications of such a blockbuster move. Crosby's future in Las Vegas is far from guaranteed. During a recent podcast episode, Crosby openly acknowledged the potential for change in his career. "On a personal level, I gotta make the decision that's best for me," he stated, referencing the uncertain direction of the Raiders' front office and coaching staff. If Crosby does become available, the Lions would likely face stiff competition from other teams eager to acquire a player of his caliber. Home's ability to negotiate and execute trades will be crucial if Detroit decides to pursue Crosby aggressively. The prospect of adding Max Crosby to the Lions roster is both thrilling and complex. What do you think about the possibility of the Lions trading for Max Crosby? Would his addition be worth the financial and draft capital challenges? Or should Detroit focus on developing talent through the draft and free agency? Do you believe pairing Crosby with Hutchinson would make the Lions legitimate Super Bowl contenders? Leave your analysis in the comments. It's very important. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Join our community and get exclusive daily content. We prioritize keeping you up to date with all the latest happenings in Detroit. See you soon.